Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Winback, and on today's episode of our A through Z playthrough in Heroes of the Storm, we're going to be playing Lucio. And, disclaimer, my internet decided it was going to get real choppy and stupid in the middle of this fight this whole game a couple times. So, we can deal with that, but also deal with the fact that this character is nuts, and that isn't going to hinder me a whole lot, so... Oh my god, that glare on my glasses is nuts. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. It's a YouTube video. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe your heart out. We have got our Gul'dan, Medivh, Lili, Blaze, and Kira on the left side versus our Muradin, Raynor, Sylvanas, Nazeebo, and Lucio on the right side. Trying to get over here to heal some people up. It's only going to work so much. Hopefully you guys will make it out alive, not go back in like my Sylvanas. It's okay. Everything's spooky, and then the game is going to fall apart on me, and I'm just going to stand still, eat that stun, and then watch myself die in slow motion. It is, unfortunate. Unfortunate in its entirety. Now, the build for Lucio, in case you need this, it is going to be Accelerando at 1. 4 will be your subwoofer, 7 is going to be reverse amp, 10 high 5, 13 is going to be slip, 16 is going to be up the frequency, and then 20 will be mixing fire. There will be no sound barriers in this video or any video in the future that, you have Lucio with. So remember, high 5 is stupid and broken, and it's probably going to get nerfed real soon, hopefully, and I can stop worrying about it. But anyway, if you're not familiar with Lucio's abilities themselves, your Q is called Soundwave. We are just going to knock people back and do a little bit of damage to them. It's pretty cool. You can see it right there. It's really good for interrupting some big CC. Really telegraph stuff is super easy to interrupt. And that's pretty much what it is. You can use it offensively and defensively. It's got a lot of utility to it. So make sure if you're playing this character that you're good at that ability. Your W is called Crossfade. This is going to be how Lucio heals and creates speed for his team. So you can see the big circle around us right now. It goes from yellow to green. And it's always been weird to me that they're colored that way, because yellow seems like it would be the one that does the speed and green would seem like the healing one, but it's backwards. So yellow is the heal, green is the speed. Remember that. And then, depending on which one of those is going, you hit your W to switch to the other. So that is either going to give the people in your circle an 18 health per second boost, or it is going to give them a speed boost for 10%. Both passively, they're okay, whatever. It's not a huge deal if you're not doing anything. But if you're in the middle of a fight, what you're going to want to do is come down here to your E button, your amp it up. Amp it up is going to boost the speed or the healing of your crossfade by a considerable amount. I don't have high 5 yet, so he's just going to eat that Kira, and we're going to walk away. Eat that Kira grapple, not eat that Kira specifically. That's cannibalism, and that's bad. So, your E is going to 3 seconds. It's a 3-second duration. It's 142 health per second. And the speed boost, if you're on the speed boost, is going to increase to 30% movement speed rather than the 10%. So they're huge, huge number boosts. When you need them, you just have to hit the E button, which is on a pretty considerable cooldown at 13 seconds. Big stun, we're just going to knock Blaze back there. Muradin jumping in for some reason. This is 3 versus 4 at the moment because Sylvanas is doing whatever in the top lane, and Nazeebo is bored, I guess, of our, objective capture. So, ooh, he put his wall down though. Way to go. You don't see that very often in quick match. I mean, that is good stuff, Nazeebo. Welcome to the world. Eating another stun for my Muradin so he can't get caught by the Blaze, and we're gonna lead into our not even our trait, it's our D. While moving alongside terrain, Lucio can boost off of terrain by hitting the D button and do some damage, as well as slow people by 75% for 1 second. You have to be against a wall or terrain in order to do this. And then, you know, zombie walls, Tassadar walls, craters, none of that shit counts. It has to be a legitimate wall or structure with the little white lines around it. You can see those when you're playing Lucio. And only when you are attached to those can you hit the D button to launch in a direction. So, I'm going to be honest with you, it's probably the most frustrating part of Lucio's kit for me as a player, because when I move him around, I like to hold down the right-click button rather than clicking around the walls. And that will sometimes take me off of the wall, and my D will flop, you know, it'll just go flaccid, and I can't use it because it's inactive. But whatever. I don't play this character a whole lot. I think he's not super fun. For me, personally, I don't like his playstyle, but he's definitely busted, so a lot of people should be playing him if they're not already. Especially with High Five. I mean, High Five is gross. And even if you're just, you know, moderately decent at the character, you're still gonna look flashy as shit playing him, so why not impress everybody that you play with by playing Lucio and just zipping and being annoying, being the mosquito of my nightmares. Now your trait, or sorry, your passive on your mount, since you don't mount with Lucio, is called Wall Ride. While you're moving alongside terrain, you are going to, number one, go through units. So if there's someone standing along a wall that's trying to body block you, they can't. Fantastic. Not only that, but you can see down here that the duration on the move speed doesn't end immediately as you get off of the wall like your D does, unfortunately. But the good news is that the move speed does travel from between two terrains, walls, items of terrainy contact. You know what I'm saying? The white line that means action. Oh my god. Coming in there with some high fives, gotta get some heals, gotta get some unstoppables, gotta make sure that my team doesn't get murdered by the tanks, and there's Kira with the final kill on the Sylvanas. We're fighting 10 into 9 right now. I don't know why we wouldn't go on and continue killing them, but at the same time, I guess we're all out of ultimates, and Nazeebo didn't feel like using his, so here we are. But anyway, Lucio gets 20% move speed while he's riding along a wall. That was a huge unstoppable from yours truly, but now I'm going to get punished for it because, fuck me, I need to stop trying to save people. The high five there made both myself and Murden unstoppable, so as Murden jumps away, my teeny tiny health bar is going to get punished, and Kira's going to clean the fuck up because there's no healer here to keep all these DPS players alive. Now, that being said, oof. 3 DPS players just dead as hell. And the tank player, I saved him. But I can't really expect him to do anything else with 5% of his health power. So, anyway, high five, your ultimate. This is on a 20-second cooldown per ally. I know, that's kind of weird to think about, but think about it like everybody on your team is just on a 20-second timer for this heal/cleanse. That's probably the better way to think about it. It's a cleanse on a 20-second cooldown. Everybody gets 1. Like your Spider-Man, it's how it works. And then not only that, but it is going to heal them for 400, which is nuts. Lucio is healed for 200, which is also nuts. And they're both going to gain unstoppable once Lucio arrives for 1 whole second. So that is ridiculously nuts. Everything gets cleansed as soon as you touch it. It's like a Kerosene cleansing touch, except you get 1 for 5 people, and you heal on top of it. It's broken. And then at 20, it gets even more broken, if you can picture that. The tether is out on our Muradin. I'm not sure if I cleansed it or if she just didn't take it the whole way through. I'm getting out of here. We high-fived into the back line to get out of that Kira stun. Everything coming up aces for us as the enemy team cannot secure a fucking kill to save their lives. The reverse amp is down. We're healing up our buddies. The bunker comes down from the enemy team. We've got the heal on Muradin. Want to put a little bit more on him before I go running back in. And it looks like we are going to continue fighting for the shrine. Got to stay away from those stuns. Got to stay away from the Kira. Even though I can detach her as long as I have a high five up on someone on my team. I just need to high five off to them. And then we both get the unstoppable, which will drop Kira right off of me or the person that I've high-fived to if she has that. Booping him back in after we get the push off there. Oh my god, everything so scary. When you're playing a character that has a lot of mobility, like Lucio and Zeratul, for example, making big mobile plays can be the spookiest shit in the universe because you do not have tank levels of health, and especially when you're going under tower to get a little boop action, I mean, it can be bad. It can be really bad. But anyway, all that out of the way, we can talk about some talents now for this character. There are well, if we're being honest, I think most of the character's talents are pretty important. But we can just casually watch the enemy team explode in front of our eyes in the, window of about 2 seconds. And start talking about them talents. Now, your level 1 is called Accelerando. Wall slip. Wall ride's movement speed bonus gradually increases to 40% over 4 seconds while Lucio maintains the effect. So your normal 20% wall ride move speed is now 40% as long as you're on the wall. And seeing as how you should be on the wall all the time anyway, that's too good not to take. The party mix talent, really not good enough for what it's doing, even though the constant dings in your ears are pretty fun. And then your smooth moves, I don't even know what this talent does because I never pick it. Not that I pick this character very often, but while wall ride is active, basic attacks are going to heal? Ew. Ew. No. What? Stop it. That's 40% move speed while you're on a wall. That's crazy stupid amounts of... Oh, can we get the quest? Oh, we already got the quest done. We already got our Q quest completed. Fantastic. Got to keep going in, giving those unstoppables. Can't do it again, Rainer, so you probably want to leave. We're going to just not have enough healing. I tried to speed him up and then heal him up, but it turns out it wasn't in the cards. Kira missing her whip and then trying to nay away. Not going to happen either, and we can continue to chase down the blaze as well. There's no walls for us to get onto right now, unfortunately, so we can't get speedy, but we can still be aggressive as fuck, because that's all this character does. It's just constant go button, no matter what you're doing. Now, your level 4 talent, the Subwoofer, this is going to... it's a quest talent, but you don't necessarily have to complete the quest. Think of Johanna's Subdue, and you'll kind of have an idea of how good Subwoofer is. So Subwoofer is going to increase the knockback to 75%. If the people that you're pooping are in the cone has 2 ranges, so there's an inner range and an outer range when you take this talent. If you get them in the inner range while you're like point blank on top of their ass, they're going to launch back super far, which means when you dash in with your push off, your D, you can knock people way far back because they're going to be slowed by 75%, and you can be directly all up in their grill piece, hit them with the Q, and then your team should just descend upon them like the arrows of the Persian army. That being said, hitting the quest, completing that, I'm going to increase the arc by 50% and the range by 20%, which means it is going to be easier to hit the inner area of your Q, and it is going to be much wider. It's going to go from like here to here, which is super cool too. Really, really good at being disrupty, and he almost got that. We've got the I got the high five onto the Nazebo to get the Kira off me, and she still ulted for me, even though I'm speedy as a motherfucker. Not sure why. Gul'dan goes down. We've still got some ability to keep people alive here, trying to keep Nazebo going with our amp it up. We need to cleanse some sheep, it looks like. Raynor with the triple kill. Fantastic stuff there. Let's keep running him down. Muradin is running forward. He's got the stun. Can we push off into... We got it. And then nobody on my team... Oh no, she just blinded everybody. She didn't take any damage there because she hit the right buttons. Good job, Lily. Wasn't our fault. Was just her playing better. Or playing at the right time, I suppose, is the better answer. Now, your level 7 talent, Reverse Amp, is going to cause your amp it up to do one of two things, depending on what your Crossfade is, which is your W. So if you are in your E and you have Reverse Amp, you're going to deal 105 damage per second while that bad boy is going. If you are in your speed boost form, you're going to instead slow people by 20% while they are within your circle. Both of those are really, really good. Not only is that just really big AoE damage for Lucio, it's an AoE slow on top of giving your team movement speed. I mean, the talent is just bonkers. The only time that you don't take Reverse Amp, as far as I am aware, is if you really need the shield from good vibrations or if you're playing into a Genji, because the Reverse Amp procs will make his deflect go absolutely insane and kill everyone. So, yes, remember what you're doing. There's a Genji on the team. Don't pick Reverse Amp. Take shields instead. Or if you're just getting plowed by lots of CC and damage, make sure that you have the shield for when you need to go in aggressively. We can still kill these people. I'm 100% ready to do so. There is the portal. I've got the Mixing Fire. We've got the level 20 talent on our high 5, and it just looks like the DPS players don't want to get the kills. It takes one person to stand on the point, team. I'm not entirely certain why everybody who does the damage is playing so insanely passive this game. But whatever. Now your 13 talent is called Slip. I know a lot of people are going to look at the stun here on heavy casters and think, oh my god. And it's good. Pretty strong. But at the same time, having Slip up means you have a permanent 20 armor on Lucio as long as you're on the wall. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, I'm more interested in the armor. The 40% bonus move speed when you're going through enemies seems good too, but I care more about the armor. 20 permanent damage reduction while you're on a wall is fucking gross, especially on a character that's this slippery to begin with and this aggressive. I mean, that's just, you know. Anyway, your 16 is up the frequency. Hitting enemy heroes with basic attacks reduces the cooldown of Amp It Up by 0.4 seconds. That means every little tick of your auto attack, one instance of your auto attack is 3 ticks. So one auto attack is going to get you 1.2 seconds of cooldown reduction on your E. Oh, can we get to him in time? He looks pretty rough, but we've made it. Gotten him in the range. He's still walking forward. I'm a little bit sketched out by that, but we've got the high 5 to him again, even though he didn't really need it right then. It's probably... that's okay. Raynor taking down the Blaze while he is inside the robot. We're just being a nuisance on the backside here, and the Gul'dan, I don't know. Just got to dash over to the Raynor, get the high 5 unstoppable. Kira's going to drop right in the middle of our team because she doesn't know how to cancel that bitch quick enough. Boop back the Gul'dan, get him blasted with a high 5 to the face, and that is all she wrote for those guys. Mixing Fire is why we can do that to enemies, but the other part of up the frequency is increasing your attack range by 2.2 while you're on the wall with that 16 talent. Mixing Fire, though, this is going to give you the ability to cast high 5 on enemies. It's going to deal 534 damage at level 22, and it is going to reduce all the healing that they get by 50% for 3 seconds. It's also going to reduce the cost and cooldown of high 5 by 50%. Holy shit. So, it's 20 seconds normally, now it's going to be fucking 10 seconds. That's a 10-second cleanse on all of your buddies, and then a 10-second high 5 to the face with healing reduction on all of your enemies. That is dumb. This character is broken, and hopefully there is a patch on the way very soon that will knock him down into like a normal range of goodness. Fingers crossed. No, I didn't make it on the board, even though I killed 2 people. I died 2 times, which is a little bit sad, but I blame my internet, not myself. Even though I definitely could have played parts of that game better. Your talents for Lucio are going to be Accelerando again at 1, Subwoofer at 4, Reverse Amp at 7, High 5 at 10, Slip at 13, Up Frequency at 16, and then Mixing Fire at 20. Also, another Vial Infection picker who doesn't actually finish Vial Infection. It's a bad idea. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow. We'll finish this babe off with Lunara, the deer goddess extraordinaire. It's gonna be fun. Bye.